Good evening, and welcome to the Tired Craftsman channel. I am your host, the Tired Craftsman. And in tonight's video, we're going to be working on a commission from my roommate/physician. And I'm going to try to do it without any power tools. Tonight I'm going to be making a Plague Doctor staff from whichever period Plague Doctors came from. Oh, good to know. For the length of the staff, I'm going to use a 3-foot long poplar dowel. So first I'm going to use a wood file to flatten one side of the dowel. Remember, when using a wood file, you want to press forward to remove material. Pulling backward doesn't do anything, so just put all your energy into the forward pushes. And I won't lie to you, it does take a little while to get it there, but wood files are very inexpensive and a very effective way to do it. Next I need to cut a strip of craft foam. This is going to be the base for the ornament piece on top of the staff. To join the pieces together, I'm going to use some contact cement. You do that by applying contact cement to both surfaces you want to join together, then wait about 10 or 15 minutes, and then once the glue is kind of tacky and dry feeling, it sticks together really well. Now it's important to remember though that once they touch, they're not moving, so make sure you have it lined up right the first time. Then I take a utility knife and cut off the excess so that way the foam is flush with the wood that I filed down. Then I just give it a little once over with some 220 grit sandpaper just to smooth it up a little bit more. Then I put some more contact cement onto this part and to a strip of craft foam that's going to act as the face of the ornament. Then I need to make a template for my hourglass piece, and I don't really know how to articulate exactly what I did here through words, so just watch this part. I will give you a fun fact though. Apparently the hourglass and wings ornament is meant to symbolize that time is fleeting, which is exactly the type of message that I want to get from my healthcare provider. Then once that's done, trace it onto some foam, cut it out, use some 220 grit sandpaper again to kind of round off those corners a bit. The foam was really soft, so I ended up using a piece of wood to support it so I could go a little harder on the sanding. And then use some more contact cement to join that piece onto the face. Then I cut out a few little ornaments that I'm going to throw around the hourglass just to add some detail to it. And I made a little template for the wings. Then after I cut the wings out of foam, I used an X-Acto knife to score some shallow lines that are going to open up when I hit it with a heat gun and add a little more detail to the wings. And while I had the heat gun on it, I decided to bend the wings a little to give them a bit more of a curved shape. Then once that was done, I used a little more contact cement to join the wings on, and now it's ready to be painted. For the length of the staff I used some black spray paint, and then for all the foam pieces I used some Plat Effects paint. Usually you'd have to seal it with Plastidip or something, but I've heard that this paint can be put directly onto foam, so I wanted to try it out, and I think it did a pretty good job. And then finally I wanted to do some weathering, so I took some black acrylic paint and mixed it with some water to make a black wash. And then I just rubbed it all over the piece and then used a paper towel to remove all the excess. The black will stay in the cracks and give it a nice tarnished look. So yeah, that was a nice simple project. Didn't require a lot of tools, didn't take a lot of time either. So, now all that's left to do is see if he likes it. Hey, 14. Could you let Plague know that his commission is ready? If it's not too much trouble. Thank you.
evening played? Got to commission as requested?